complicated. All right, it's even programmed complicated. All right, but I'm going to show it to you in a very easy format, and I'm hoping that you're writing as you go along in this lecture. Okay, I want you to write the code, and I want you to do it. I don't want you to just watch me. If you want, you can just watch me the first time and then start writing the second time you watch the video. Okay, now once you know this, it's going to be a breeze and you're going to enjoy making these polymorphic relations, all right? So what are they? Well, polymorphic relations allow a model to belong to more than one other model in a single association. Meaning that, for example, we could have a users table, right? And we can have a post table, and they both can be related to one other table called photos. So in the photos table, we'll have some columns that will specify the model in which they belong to and the ID of that record. So we have a photos table that will say something like, hey, listen, this belongs to the post model with the ID of 1. And this belongs to the user model with the ID of 2. You see what I mean? In that same table, but we just have to create those relationships and, of course, create a migration. But anyway, even if you did not understand what in the word I just said, I'm going to do it now in code and you're going to be able to understand it, all right? So I'm going to comment this out. And remember one thing, guys, we're going to be building an application where I'm going to show you how to create some of these relationships there, how to update them, how to, delete them and do all kinds of great stuff in there, all right? I just want you to understand how to build relationships. Later on, you're going to be able to update them and delete them as you want, all right? It's going to be pretty easy. So anyway, the first thing is creating a migration, right? Let's do clear here. I was just experimenting there. Sometimes you have to keep writing this over and over again to get it through your head, all right? I'm not perfect. I use a lot of frameworks out there, and I build a lot of applications. So sometimes I forget methods. But anyway, so here, let's do PHP artisan, and let's make a model, and let's call it photo, which is going to create a table called photos, all lowercase with in plural, right? Let's tag it with M to build a migration at the same time. Perfect. I'm going to synchronize mine. You don't have to do that. Some of you are going to see it right away under your app. You're going to see your photo model there. Now, before we mess around with building the relationship here, let's go ahead and go to migrations, the photos table, and let's build some columns here. All right, table. And the first column that we need here is it's a string, and we want the path of the picture, right? At least that, so we can display it, right? Let's call it path. The second here, let's make this an integer. Integer. And if I remember correctly, we got to follow this convention here. Image able ID. So this would be the ID of that record, right? If it's a user, it would be the user ID in there. And this is a table. And this would be a string. This is where the type would be. So this could be the user ID, and here would be the app, the namespace app user, because that would be the type. So it would be something like app in the database, I mean, okay? App, and you're gonna see in a minute, app user, like that. Anyway, so we got a string here. It's gonna be called image able type. All right, just follow this convention and you should be good. All right, once we have that, all we got to do is migrate it. So PHP artisan migrate. All right, so I'm going to leave it like this up to here on this lecture, and on the next lecture we'll continue. All right, guys, I want you to digest information on this video. Rewind it if you want up to this point a couple times until you understand exactly what we're doing. If not, no worries, continue, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Okay, thank you so much, and bye bye.